Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Drop Your Buff podcast with Ella.
And Elena.
We will be talking about everything Survivor, specifically focusing on season 50, the cast members, what to expect, and what we're looking forward to.
We are so excited. Season 50 is really uncharted territory for Survivor. We've had winners at war, we've had fan favorites, but season 50 is just a star-studded cast, including 3 winners and Mike White, one of them arguably most famous Survivor players.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's get right into it.
Okay, so just to start, I think we should just look through the cast. So, um, of course, we have Mike White, who is the writer, creator, and producer of the White Lotus series, which, since his time on Survivor, has really made him a celebrity. And then we have 3 winners. So, we have Jenna, Colby, Stephanie. Here's a big one. Sari. She's a big player. Seasons 12, 16, 20, and 34. So this will be her 5th Survivor season.
How many, do we know what the total, what the most seasons of Survivor someone's played is?
She must be.
Top?
She must be, if not the most.
Yeah.
Let's look that up. Who has played Survivor most times? I'm gonna say Boston Rob. He's played.
Oh, so he's at 5. So she's gonna tie him.
Yeah, she's gonna tie him. Yeah. So then we have Ozzy, big fan favorite. This will be also his 5th season.
So we got a lot of Boston Rob tires.
Yeah. And then we have Benjamin. This will be his 4th season. He is like a fan favorite, but you either love him or you hate him, I would say.
I don't know if I've watched any of his. No, I watched season 23.
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember him.
He was in Heroes and Villains, which was 20. That was a big season. So here we go. Getting into the big guns. We have Aubrey, who has been on 3 seasons, and she was in, I would say, one of the biggest seasons ever, which was Brands, Bronze, and Beauty.
Yeah, I remember that episode really well, actually. I remember that season really well, because that was the season one of my mom's coworkers was in it, so I vividly remember Brands, Bronze, and Beauties.
That was a huge season, Brands versus Bronze versus Beauty. And I think she made it to, she was 2nd place. Yeah, she was runner-up for Brands, Bronze, Beauty.
That was won by Tony, I believe.
Yep, and she came in 2nd place.
Yes.
So she was a big character in that season. Chrissy, this is a big character. We've got Christian here he's only played once, but he was very memorable on David and Goliath, season 37. He's a big fan favorite, and David versus Goliath was a fan favorite season, I would say.
I don't know if I watched that season, now that I'm thinking about it, but the name of the season sounds familiar.
Yeah, David versus Goliath was there were a lot of big players in that season. Moving on, we have Rick. I remember him from Edge of Extinction.
Edge of Extinction, yes, I remember that. That was what was this goal? That was where the game kind of changed, right?
Yeah, Edge of Extinction was if you got
Chris Underwood.
voted out. Yeah,
Chris
if
Underwood's
you got
a family
voted
friend
out,
of mine.
you'd go there. Really?
Yeah.
Chris Underwood. Who
He
are
won.
you?
He also won the American Race. He won another reality TV show. The Challenge.
Oh, The Challenge USA, yeah. I've heard good things about that show. Yeah, Edge of Extinction was when you got voted out, you or I forget what would happen to get you there, but it would be like one person would have to go to a different island and be alone for like a certain number of days.
Wait, yes, I remember this. I think, yeah, there's like voting out, but they would like come back on almost.
Yeah.
I
Or
remember that.
something. Or I think it was like if there was an odd number of people or something. And then
I
they
remember
would go
that.
to Edge of Extinction and then they could join another tribe. I don't really remember, but it was something where someone had to be on an island completely alone. So that was terrible. Jonathan Young, I don't know who this
I'm not
is.
familiar with him. Oh,
Um,
very loved her. She was great. She won the season she was on. She was really good. She was a dedicated player. Good story.
I didn't watch that season.
I watched her season. Oh, it's same
They're
season.
they're the same one?
Yeah, she's like one of those quirky players who's like kind of hateable, but hateable to the point where you kind of respect it.
Like strategic?
Yes, but she's very like her personality in the show is like portrayed as like annoying. She's portrayed as like kind of like the annoying girl, but
Oh,
she's smart,
okay.
you know.
Were they in an alliance, these two?
I don't believe they were.
Okay. So that'll be interesting to see play out in season 50.
Yeah,
Um,
because they're the only two players. I remember him vaguely.
I don't. I didn't watch those like seasons in the 40s. Yeah, I don't know who she
Yeah, I don't
is.
know who she is. He looks very familiar, but I don't know if I can pinpoint it.
She kind of looks like Parvati.
Yeah, she does look like Parvati.
Genevieve 47. Oh my God, this girl looks so young.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say
Season
that. Oh, but
48.
she's the winner of season 48.
She made it to the final four before losing in the fire making challenge. So
Um,
no, she didn't win.
oh,
But going down in a fire making challenge is like actually my worst nightmare.
yeah.
Um, don't know who this is. Don't know who this is.
Oh,
Nine.
Rizzo, he is the same kind of hateable character. I just watched his season and he was extremely annoying, I won't lie.
Made it to the final four.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
and he
lost.
also lost in fire making.
Yeah, that makes sense for him.
He looks pretty
And
young.
then yeah, and then if you go down one more, that's the most recent winner.
Okay, season 49. Okay. I see. All right. So that's all 25 players for Survivor season 50.
Yes.
So
Hold on.
what are you most looking forward to for this season?
You know what I was noticing was that we have players from seasons, really earlier seasons and much later seasons. So I'm interested because there was a shift in the game where like every season was becoming more challenging and different and rules were changing. So I'm interested in how those earlier season players are going to adapt to the more modernized version of Survivor.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And I also think not just the generational difference in game structure, but the generational difference in gameplay and game strategy, I think is huge because some of those earlier players, they came from Parvati, Sandra, Boston Rob time. They're
Hmm.
used to being brutal and saying whatever they want to each other. And now players seem to be a little
A little more
safer.
they're a little more sensitive, a little bit more
Hmm.
emotional. They take things more personally. I mean, you can just see that in the way like the world is in general, but it shows in Survivor as well. Especially at
Hmm.
tribal council, people are beating around the bush, being less direct versus, giving
Right.
it how it is.
Right. I mean, you can definitely see the overall societal cultural shift in shows like this, especially when you put old players next to new players and just the norms and what's okay and what's accepted in the game, I feel like has completely changed. Like it used to be brutal.
Yeah.
But that's
And
what made
also
it
like
so great in a
I
way.
also think it's different too because I feel like back in the day there were so many new tricks in the book, and at this point it's almost like you're taking pages from the book of what people have already written. Like, remember when people used to come on with jewelry and make fake idols?
Yeah.
People would do that all the time and it was like crazy, but now people are taking those things or even like doing like messing with people's bags, like their belongings,
Yeah.
certain stuff like that.
Right. I mean, I can even remember I feel like I didn't really watch any of the last like 45 to 49. I didn't really watch because it kind of felt like a different game to me. And it felt like it kind of got a little bit less like unpredictable. Like I was predicting everything. And
Yeah.
like so I'm excited to see these old players coming back, and even though I feel like the show can't really do much more without completely losing the plot. Like you were saying, like they used to change things. It would be like surprise, edge of extinction. Like the show's done that for 50 seasons now. I feel
Mhm.
like they've got to bring it back to the basics, original OG Survivor with no twists and turns, and just let the people play. That's really the magic of Survivor is that it brings people together.
No, it really does. People like of all different types watch Survivor and go on Survivor, genuinely.
Yeah,
You have like the cool popular kids, you have the nerdy kids, and they're all just thrown on this island together.
the brains, the bronze, and the beauty.
Totally. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the first episode of Drop Your Buff. Again, I'm Ella.
And I'm Elena, and this was Drop Your Buff.
Thank you. We'll see you guys next week.